So, okay, let's just jump straight into this video. So this is going to be my predictions for Season 2 of Julie and the Phantoms, which is yet to be confirmed by Netflix. What are you doing, Netflix? I'm going to have to call you out if you don't, renew this show, because you're going to have a lot of angry fans. Whew, okay, breathe. There's going to be a Season 2, I have no doubt, because of the popularity of this show is like skyrocketing so high, and I mean it's everywhere. So hopefully, fingers crossed, please pray to the gods that this show will have a Season 2. Amen. So yeah, basically I wanted to share with you my predictions on Season 2 while I still could, and so yes, I have a list and we're going to go through that list, and hopefully this is some of the things maybe you've thought about too. First off, how cool is my shirt with the 3 little ghosties? Luke, Alex and Reggie. I think it's adorable, so I'll link in the description where you can go and get this shirt. It was just an eBay one. So yeah, okay, here we go. Back into this. So my first prediction is going to be to do with how Season 1 ended, and if you guys don't want spoilers, maybe this isn't the video for you, but yeah, just a warning there. So basically Season 1 ended with Kayla possessing Nick, and then Nick going to Julie's house and he brought the flowers for Julie. So my theorizing in my brain is that Kayla possessed Nick for specific reasons, and those specific reasons are to get to Julie and then possibly get to the man. But I personally think he wants to get to Julie so that he can take her back to his club, and that will get the guys to end up going back there, because I don't see how the guys would ever go back there after everything that Caleb done, and the guys are kind of free now to do what they want to do. So basically my theory that is that he'll somehow get Julie through Nick and take her back to the club and maybe force her to perform. So yeah, something like that to do with the whole possessing thing. But the possessing thing is kind of weird and spooky to me. Like, I don't like the idea of Caleb can go in anyone. Can he just go in humans, or can he jump into ghost body, like, and we have a poltergeist situation going on? Because creepy. And the fact that he did it to Nick, I mean, is Nick gonna be okay after that? I mean, mentally, can you believe what possessing somebody would actually do to you? Because that would that would make my mind go so crazy. And would Nick still have the thoughts and feelings that Caleb would have? I don't know, but that's going to be seriously messed up. And then to deal with all the stuff that Caleb did or will do in his body, I just can't phantom that. So yeah, basically that's how I think that part of the storyline would go. And I also think Caleb is going to like cause a rift between Julie and Luke, because yeah, a ghost and a lifer, I don't think it's going to work in the romantic sense. Even though they do love each other, I think it's still going to end up being, pulled apart, dissected into all different kinds of ways, and I have no idea how that will end up. But I hopefully, Julie and Luke, they come to like a resolution or somehow, and they get to like still do this all together, but we don't know how it's still gonna go and stuff yet. So hopefully Juke can happen. I wanted Juke to happen, but at the same time I'm realistic in my brain, thinking ghost, human, how does that work? As Luke said, interesting little relationship we have going here. So hopefully we just get to explore their friendship rather than romance so more, and I know you guys are going to come for me, so but I want to see them songwriting more, because I'd love to see that little process between them, because they write amazing songs and I'd love to see how they come up with that. And Julie talked about writing a song for Luke, so hopefully the perfect harmony song that Charlie and Maddie wrote come back into it in Season 2, and they get to like tell each other about that. Like Julie somehow hides the song in her dream box, and Luke might go, oh, I got to look in the dream box for more inspiration for some more music, and he might find it in there, and he'll go to Julie, why are you keeping this song from me? I don't understand. I thought we had a thing going on. So yeah, hopefully the perfect harmony song comes back up soon, and we get to like see the progression on another song maybe, and another duet that they write in the same similar manner. So yeah, that's a couple of my predictions. The next one is, it's still about Caleb. I think Caleb has a twin, because in an interview, the guy who plays Caleb, I think his name's Cheyenne Jackson, he said that Caleb had to have been working for someone who is like maybe, you know, eviler than he is. And I think, well, how cool of a twist would that be if he was working for his twin and the twin was eviler? But yeah, we would never know because they switch all the time. And I think there's scenarios where that could have happened, because I know people change their outfits all the time, but there's demeanors, that's how you say it, demeanors in how they act when they change their clothes and stuff like that. And there's ones where Caleb's like, you know, he's not as bad as we think, like when he's at the club talking to the guys, and then when he's on the streets talking to Willie and stuff, there's just different ways he acts between different people. And I know that's probably nothing, but in my manner I'm thinking maybe they're trying to trick us into thinking he has a twin or something. So yeah, maybe, I'm not really sure 100% on that theory, but I'm just going to go with it until I don't think about it. So yeah, my next one is, I think Caleb is related to one of the boys. I personally don't think it's Luke because he has his parents and I don't see how that would work. Personally, I think Caleb is either related to Reggie or Alex. I'm leaning more towards Reggie because his parents are always fighting and they were like one fight away from a divorce from what Luke said. So yeah, I just see that maybe Reggie's mom might have had a thing on the side with someone way back then, and her dad found out, her husband found out about that, and then they started fighting, and Reggie had no idea, and so somehow Reggie ends up finding out, and when he goes back to his parents' house, and somehow he finds his mum, and his dad's no longer with us. Maybe his dad's now a ghost, and his mum has an attic full of stuff and things like that, and when he goes and searches in the attic and stuff, he finds a picture of his mum with Caleb and back in the day, and Reggie just can't handle that concept in his head and things like that. And then he even finds like a letter or something that tells him that Caleb is his dad. I don't know, that's how I feel like it could go. Like, that's the thing I have in my brain. So let me know if you guys have anything similar to that in your brain. Okay, what I think could happen with Reggie. And then side note with Alex's family, I think Alex comes from a rich family. I know Alex is gay, but I also know that by the way he dresses, he kind of gives off that noble kind of feel, and I just think, yeah, a rich family would make kind of sense. And then his family obviously didn't accept that he was gay, so like maybe Alex wrote a song or something that he tells them about everything with the band and stuff like that. His parents are like, sorry, we don't accept that, you can't do that, we're like trying to lay low and hide the fact that we're noble people and royal people in society trying to live like the quiet life. And like they think Alex is going to like ruin that for them with his like sexuality and stuff like that. So yeah, I just think maybe something along those lines. I don't know how exactly, it might be totally 100% different to that, but I love Alex. I think he's cool, and I think like his parents not accepting him hurts him deep down, but I think he's like the person who's like so proud, and he's like, I'm not gonna let that bother me, I'm gonna just be who I am. And I think that's so cool of like a character to create that manner of the person that was seen on screen. So kudos to Kenny for that, because awesome. So yeah, that's basically Reggie and Alex kind of back one for me. And also I think we'd like to see more storylines related to Carrie and Trevor aka Bobby, who's a thief. So basically I think Carrie will somehow find out that her dad stole Sunset Curve's music, and she'll be totally destroyed and upset, and she'll even maybe confront him at some point, and then she'll go maybe talk to Julie about it, and they'll have a reconciliation, because as we saw in the last performance in Stand Tall, Carrie was clapping, so maybe character development there. Hopefully, I really hope Carrie turns nice, because I really don't like her at all, 100%. So yeah, and I really hope that maybe she even gets back with Nick for a little while, even though I don't see that going anywhere, maybe just for a little bit, because I still think Nick and Julie are going to be the couple. Don't come for me, I'm sorry. But yeah, I just think Carrie, and I also think the reason that Carrie has a rift with Flynn, other than the fact that Flynn and Julie are best friends, and I think maybe they left Carrie out a little bit. So Carrie's kind of maybe jealous of like Flynn being around Julie all the time, and Kerry doesn't get that now when they used to have that all the time. And maybe even Flynn likes Kerry like a little bit. Like I can sense maybe bisexuality, and I think some of the guys in the band might be as well. So I don't know. I just see that whole scenario coming to a head somehow in maybe season 2. Hopefully, we don't know. When Kerry finds out, maybe Julie will introduce her to the band. And maybe even her and Alex might become friends because he danced in her number. I don't know, she might get mad if she ever found out about that. So, also along the lines, I hope we get to see a reunited front between Willie and Alex, because Alex is now not under Caleb's control. So somehow, I don't know how they'll come back together. If Boo Boo does come back, and I really hope he does. And I hope Caleb doesn't do anything to him for helping the guys with that whole bus scenario, and you know, getting the other band out of town for helping them to be able to perform. Because I personally think Caleb knows everything before anyone does anyway. So hopefully Willie and Alex do get more moments. But Owen said in an interview that he liked drama, so maybe Owen's character Alex gets into another little relationship. I was thinking maybe Reggie, but I also think Reggie likes Luke, so I don't know, maybe there's a triangle there that Willie gets involved in somehow. I don't know, don't come for me. I have a lot of ships in my head. And so yeah, I also along those lines, I really want an Alex and Willie duet, because I know both boys can sing and we need more singing in season 2. Please. So yes, I really hope those two somehow come together and, you know, get to do everything they want. And I'll put this little video here of something that Owen said about Boo Boo.
Dude, when we kiss, I'm not even gonna be acting. No.
Boo Boo, man.
Boo Boo's a stud. I mean,
have you seen those cheekbones?
Come on.
If there was...
How cute is that, right? Me not going to be acting. I see you, Owen. Okay, so I'm going to end this part here in the video because it's a pretty long video, as I said. So if you want to see my next part of my predictions of part 2 of Julie and the Phantoms predictions, please click the link down below, and also hit that like button and the subscribe button. We are very close to 600 subscribers, which is amazing. And I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye!